Hi fellas, it's me again. As promised earlier, I will have brought you a video about places to stay around national park. We had talked about last time about the national parks in Kenya, including Meru, and how their services were charged and what they are the current events that they offer and the facilities that offer inside. So today I'm going to talk about the facilities that are there, accommodation facilities that are both inside and outside the park. So we'll start with inside the park. There's a high-end lodge called Elsa Skopje, formerly known as Elsa Skopje, now it should be Elewana Lodges. I think it was taken up by some Asian guys. It's a five-star hotel. The hotel that cost on average per person, or not per person, a single person should be about $700 a night. It should go up to close to $1,200 a night for two people sharing a tent. Um, they of course have amenities that will attract the high-end guests. So guests mostly come in, being taken by a plane from the airstrip. The game drives, they do their own game drives. Mostly a lot of guys come in through flights, but yeah, on several occasions we had guests who prefer road, but most of the time, even if you come with a car, they will prefer to use their own vehicles to make sure that they got a niche, they got a hold of the guest and show them the best places because they prepare all this. So when you're in Meru National Park, all the high-end lodge will be Elsa's Elewana Lodge. The next lodge and second on my list is Rhino River. Also another one is being taken by is being picked by Porini Safari Luxury Camp, but still has retained the name Rhino River Lodge. Rhino River Lodge is a mid-range lodge that charges close to 30,000 Kenya shilling per person sharing. So they have all the amenities that you like in good hotels. They have a swimming pool. Um, um, they have vehicles take you around, and they have other excursions that they will do on their own inside there. So it depends on how much you pay, and they have charges ranges from just accommodation and meals to all inclusive. That means that you only get to pay for nothing when you leave. All inclusive includes drinks, extras, and everything else that they provide. Third on the list was Leopard Rock Lodge, but Leopard Rock Lodge is closed, and the moment county government of Meru is trying to bring it up. And hey, I had to stop it because of received somebody on the office. Now I'm doing it outside. I hope voice is clear, audio is clear, so that we continue on finishing. I would reach to number 2. Also, we're going to number 3. It's said Leopard Rock. Leopard Rock had the issues with the breach of contract and issues with the county government, local county government. So it's a mid-range lodge, but at the moment it's closed. We hope that soon they will open up. The prices ranged from about $300 for two persons. Yeah, not so much expensive, but has a good placement in the park, near close to a river. They offer their own game drives and a variety of activities here and there, like a national park, but with the assistance of KWS. Um, Number 4 will come out and pick the ranges of facilities that have been also closed, but we'll start with the one called Ikweta Safari Camp. It's a mid-range that is really coming up good. It has some good service reviews. You could check it in a TripAdvisor. I think charges close to about what $219 a night for two persons, and for a single person about $100. It's not so much on the luxury ends, a 3-star, but it's a good bargain for the money, and for somebody who's looking to have an affordable luxury safari, you could check it out on their website. Outside again, we have one that is coming up that is a local per se. It's not a high end or a lodge per se. It's called Africa Moja Dream Limited. It costs about $50. It's something that is a low end budget, something that you like to just come in and uh, find a sleep for the night, and in the morning you check out. They have a secure parking, so it's something that somebody will use who is in a hurry, was not planned. You could stay there. It's not that bad, but doesn't offer services like three-course menu on the table. You get your service at the table, or check-ins are not as much as maybe pushed or pushed to a certain extent that you feel this is a luxury hen, but it's something quite how do you put it, it's something quite decent that you will come to stay. If you have family members and you like to put your kids away, or your friends in the rooms, you can share up to, I think, a close of maximum of four. At the moment they are doing some renovations, but we hope they're going to pick up. The fifth one will be Africa Sunrise Lodge. Sunrise Lodge is one coming up. Good facilities. You could have seen the swimming pools are being made already. The restaurant is done. So we have not put the price ranges, but it's something that in future we know around out here we're going to have good facility outside. I'm going to mention also there's one that is under a lock and key. I don't know, for issues of management or issues to do with the property itself. It's called Morera Springs. It used to be courtesy of franchise Peak Safaris, but at the moment we don't have heard anything about from the government or from them themselves. It's adjacent to Ikweta. It's something that I believe if they are open, they are closely situated in the Morera River, so something that makes it quite scenic around the bamboos or so. Also, it's a mid-range, supposed to have charged not more than $150 a night for 2 persons, and we believe it's going to come up. So this is around immediately Meru National Park, and inside the Meru National Park what we are going to see, we have 2 gates that get into the park. There's Morera gate and there's Ura gate. So most of the guys get to use the Morera gate to get access to Rhino River and Leopard Rock, but also it's accessible through its Akina airstrip inside the park. But also, if you're coming from Embu, you don't have to come through Meru this other way, long road. You can use the Ura gate and come back in. If you go farther away from the park, that says outside the park, little by little there are other lodges that goes up to the small town called Mawa Town. So before you reach Mawa Town, there's also a mid-range, more so of not a lodge, as a hotel, that should you have a lot of people and have a lot less budget, it's called Jungle Green on the way. It's a place that has a swimming pool and is fitted with fun kids apparel equipments. You could stop with the kids and get to enjoy for yourselves. It costs about $120, if not $100. Per night, and rooms has no limit, I think, about the kids, but you cannot obviously cram. So but if you have 3 kids or so, the bed are big. They do not have those limitations about the lodges to go up. So something like with Ikweta Safari Camp, we have a sister property above the town in Maua. It's quite a decent thing, decent facility that has conference facilities, decent rooms that are occupation up to, I think, more than 50 persons, clean, big restaurants. At the moment they are doing bed and breakfast, but that is subject to revision. So if somebody wishes to go to a clean place that's quite decent, and you have decent guests, Ikweta Country Inn might be the place to come and house your guests. Of course, all these are subject to reservations and availability, so guests are advised to make their choices quite quickly. For Ikweta, you could do it on the website. You could call the phones directly that's available on the website. For Elewana, I think it's on their website, but their biggest office is in Wilson Airport, so you could contact there and get to see if there's availability. You settle everything there, and then they will organize from a flight from Wilson Airport to Meru National Park, and then they will pick them their own vehicles. All these other parks you could access through road, and road are being built leading to the Morera side of the gate, and it should be finished soon, so any small car, any vehicle could make it to that place. Yeah, a disclaimer, however, that the park is quite wild, so if it rains, if during rainy seasons, you are advised to use a 4x4, or call in advance so that they organize for the local tour operators to be available at the camp that you will be in, so that you could access all these other places. So we know that in the past we've had other lodges that are being slept there, but which I have not mentioned yet. I think there's an old one in the 1990s. There's a lodge called the Mulika Lodge. It used to be very famous, and used to hold a lot of people who would charge less rate because it was really big. Went up in flames. I think it was an arsonist attack, but nobody can prove that. The government is still looking at it, and we think there are several players who are interested in it, and we hope that in future they're going to open it up, because it's what gave Meru its its unique name. We have so much to offer around here. We have sanctuaries, we have a hippo pool, we have access to Kora National Reserve, to where you could get to evidence the story of George Adamson, the guy who used to take care of the lions, Born Free story. With the same ticket you pass through the Murera gate, you could use it to go over the bridge and get out in Kora Park. Then I think it's about 1 hour. You should get you to the side of the campsite where George Adamson used to live. So Meru has so much to offer and so much scenery, over 400 species of birds, that we believe if you have enough time, or let's say 3 to 4 days, this is the second biggest park. We have all the facilities one will need. We have all the terrain a guest will need, a mixture of wildlife, birds, and some scenery that photographers, just enthusiasts, and couples who are here to have a good time will get to see. So these are the properties currently that are functionable, and we hope that other stakeholders will come to visit this place. But at the moment, this is how to get as much you can. Please come and visit, and don't forget to subscribe and like that button. Do some comments on the subscription below. Oh, sorry, do some comments on the comment section below, and I'll get to answer you back.